What's going on, everybody? It's Joel here, and today we're going to be talking about plate carriers. But before we get started, I just want to make sure that you guys know that this video is going to be about plate carriers for fitness and not actual like field or combat use or anything like that. We're going to talk about mainly what makes these things good or bad for your typical like workout that you'll find in a CrossFit affiliate or outside of a CrossFit affiliate, because that's kind of where we're at right now, which kind of segues into my next thing, is that everybody's shopping for like home fitness equipment, garage gym stuff. People are looking for like barbells, bumper plates, all that stuff is all sold out. You can't even get any of it, or it's really hard to get most of it right now. But the one thing that you can still get is a plate carrier or a weight vest, whatever it may be. The nice thing about plate carriers and weight vests is that they're pretty versatile pieces of equipment. You only really need to buy one. I have like a bunch of them just because I just kind of collected them over time. But really, you just need one good one. And I do recommend spending a little bit more on a good plate carrier than just kind of cheaping out and buying something that's kind of whatever and then you're not really happy with, and then you end up buying a much better one later down the line. So without further ado, the first one that we're going to be talking about is one that always seems to pop up on any of my weight vest videos, and that's the Condor Sentry. This is the one that Rogue Fitness sells for $52, and it is cheap. It is cheap for a reason. This plate carrier sucks. Like, I don't know why anyone recommends this one. This thing is not good. It's cheap, but that doesn't mean that it's good. It's usable for sure, but it's just not good. When you get it, it has a bunch of little tabs on it that just like stick out. I cut them off because they're so freaking annoying. They just like poke into you, and even when you do cut them off, they still like poke into you because there's still like a little bit of fabric that's left over there. I have no clue why those are there. I think somebody said that they're for like hydration pouches, so that you can run like a hydration thing up to your mouth. But fitness use or just like a normal like workout, you don't really need anything like that. The adjustability is okay on this. It does have some MOLLE webbing, some Velcro in the front and back of it. The side straps are not elastic or anything. They have just a normal little buckle that's made out of plastic. Feels pretty crappy and cheap. And there is a pretty good amount of space left in the carrier that you can't get rid of when you load in a typical plate into it. So inside of this one right now, I have the Rogue plates. There's about 2 inches, maybe even 3 inches, no, 2 inches of extra space that's left into them. So you would not want that space in there if you're doing any kind of like running or you're doing any kind of gymnastics movements on the bar. It just makes it so that the plates are going to fly around. It's not going to be very comfortable. Do not buy this one. It's a piece of crap. Like, I don't know. There's no other way to put it. And that's not to say that Condor does not make a good one. They actually make a pretty good one. It's pretty much the same one that Invest Fitness sells, which is a very good deal. I think they sell their plate carrier with plates all in for about like $190. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I did that review. I'll link it in the description below so that you can actually just check out my review for that plate carrier. But the one that they sell, like the Sentry or whatever that is just, it's not very good. Don't buy that one. So the next plate carrier that we're going to talk about is the Morph Athletic plate carrier. And this is their slim plate carrier. This is the smaller one. They do make a bigger one that is pretty much an identical clone of the 511 plate carrier. And that's kind of, I think, the best part about this one is that it's very similar to the 511. Has a lot of the same look, not the same features, but pretty much the same look. You've got a pretty good amount of Velcro hook and loop up top here. It does have some MOLLE webbing, and then some MOLLE webbing on the front little strap or Velcro area. Let's see if I can open this up. Huge amount of Velcro in there, so when you strap the side cummerbund in, it stays It doesn't really move around on you at all. The sides on these are very comfortable. They have some elasticity to them, but they are locked in to the back. There's not really anything you can do to adjust that part of it. So it's actually locked into this little like string or PVC string that goes all the way to the bottom of it, which I don't really care too much for. I wish they would have made that just like adjustable throughout the whole thing, but it just kind of is what it is. And another thing about this one is that the shoulder straps are not as adjustable as the 511 are as well, so you kind of are just stuck with the sizing that it is. But they do offer two sizes for the Morph Athletic vest. This is the slim one, and then they have the normal one, which is a little bit more similar to the 511 Tactec. So personally, if I were to get another Morph Athletic vest, I would probably go with the normal size. Being a pretty average size guy, 5'9", 175 pounds, I do find that the shoulder straps dig into my traps a little bit too much. Like they come up a little bit too high on my traps. So I would recommend the slim one if you are a smaller dude, or if you're a female, it'd probably be a good option. But if you're a normal size guy, I would just go with the normal Morph Athletic vest. The plate carrier itself retails for $100 on Morph Athletic's website. Does not include shipping or tax. And then they do sell their plates in the like 8.25 pound plate for like $50, and then the female size, I think it's like 5.75 pounds, and that one's $40. The next plate carrier that we're going to talk about is definitely the most popular one that you're going to find for fitness use, and that is the 511 Tactical Tactec plate carrier. So this one was the one that they used at like the 2014 or 15 CrossFit Games when they did Murph, and it's been the staple in CrossFit, and that's for good reason. It's one of the best ones for sure, but it is also one of the most expensive ones. This plate carrier by itself, not on sale, is $200. It's very expensive, but it is very good quality. It fits well. It's one of the most well-rounded ones. I wouldn't say it's the best for fitness use though. It is a little bit on the bigger side. So if you're a female, you might find that this one is a little bit bigger. The adjustments are pretty nice on this one. You can adjust the shoulder straps pretty well. They're nice, padded and ventilated. There's some padding on the inside. There is both padding and ventilation on the inside of the Condor and the Morph Athletic as well, but I just forgot to mention that. This one has a nice open cummerbund that straps across, and then basically is like the same thing as the Morph Athletic, which, like I said, is pretty much a clone of the 511. But you can adjust the back part of it. So if you found yourself having too much leftover cummerbund, you can kind of strap it away in the back there. So that's a nice little thing of the 511. There's a good amount of Velcro hook and loop. There's a name tag right up top here, Molly webbing as well. And then one of the only things that I dislike about the 511 is that there is a lot of extra space inside of it when you have a plate in it. So this has right now the Rogue cast iron plates, which pair up very nicely, but there's still a good amount of extra space in there. Like if I folded it over right here, you can see that there's just a ton of extra space. I feel like I'm pretty good at adjusting the plate inside of the carrier. You stick it in through the bottom and then you kind of like twist it around. It's a little bit of a pain to put plates into these, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad. But anyways, the 511 is one of the most solid choices, but like I said, without plates it costs $200. You add in plates, that's maybe another $100 after shipping. It becomes a very expensive option. But if you like that brand recognition, then the 511 vest is the one to get. It's also a good performer, and I do definitely recommend it, although it is expensive. So we just talked about the most expensive plate carrier, and now we're going to talk about probably the best value plate carrier, and that is the Northgym Fitness Equipment plate carrier. So the 14-pound one retails for $170. The 20-pound one retails for $190. That is for the plate carrier, contoured plates, and free shipping. You can find this one actually on Amazon, so you get free Prime shipping if you are a Prime member. But this one has a lot of the same functionality and features as some of the more expensive ones, but at a much cheaper cost, and still it retains very nice build quality. It does have some adjustable shoulder straps, though I do wish that they were a little bit less wide. I wouldn't recommend this one particularly for smaller people or females, just because it might be a little bit too wide for them. It's even borderline too wide for me, but I can get around that because the value is so good with this one. It does have a pretty generous amount of Velcro hook and loop. Right up top here, there's some Velcro hook and loop for like name tags. It does come with a couple different patches, so you do get this American flag. You get a Northgym patch here, and then you get another Northgym patch. I put mine in the back. And then there's one that's actually sewn on. So there's a lot of branding going on this vest. You do get some more Velcro hook and loop at the bottom here. Molly webbing all throughout this vest. And then the whole back area is Velcro hook and loop. The shoulder straps are adjustable. Like, you can make the vest ride a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on who you are. And then these little pads here come off. You can adjust those. You don't have to use them at all, but I would not recommend doing that. The front opens up, doesn't have any like little pull tabs to pull the Velcro hook and loop over. The side cummerbund is very similar to the 511. It's got some elasticity to it. It's open. And the nice thing about the Northgym vest as well is that while it is a little bit on the wide side, it does come with two different sets of cummerbunds. So if you are a little bit of a smaller athlete, you can opt for the smaller one. If you're a guy like me, you can put the bigger one on. I actually tried to use the smaller one. There's just no way that that's gonna fit on me. And then the back area is pretty much the same thing as the front. So that's how you would attach on the separate cummerbunds. So another thing that I really like about the Northgym vest is that the plates load from the side. So loading this thing up is very, very easy. There's a big patch of Velcro inside of it that secures it in, and then you just kind of slide it in from the side here. Like I said, they are contoured, which is super nice. And then there's some Velcro inside of it. You take this thing, put it in, tighten it up, and then flatten it down, and then Velcro up the sides, and then boom, you're good to go. Easily the best value plate carrier. So I know we're mainly talking about plate carriers in this video, but I can't talk about weighted vests without talking about the Hyperwear Hypervest Elite. This does also come in a Pro model that I think does not get as heavy, but this is the Elite model that's black. It has all of these little pockets that you can stuff these little weight cartridges into. I have mine set at 20 pounds. The nice thing about this is that it is the most form-fitting weight vest. Like, if you didn't care about having the plate carrier look, and I know a lot of people buy plate carriers just because they look really cool, the Hyperwear Hypervest is just the best weight vest, bar none. Like, it's the most comfortable weight vest for sure. It conforms to your body. It's got so many different adjustments on the side here. You can cinch it down, you can loosen it up. Since the plates that go into this are just go into these little pockets, it's super form-fitting. It just wraps around your body. If I was to do a CrossFit workout and I wanted to go for a PR, this is the weight vest that I would use, just because it's so comfortable to wear. It almost doesn't even feel like you have anything on compared to like a more like bulky, cumbersome plate carrier. I highly, highly recommend that if you don't care about the plate carrier look, just get the Hypervest Elite, because it is such a good weight vest. This one retails for $240 for the 20-pound option. I think $208 for the 14-pound option or 15-pound option, and it is for sure worth the money. That's not that much more than any of these plate carriers, including plates. Now finally, the last plate carrier that we're going to be talking about is my favorite one. This is the best one that I have found for fitness use because it was designed around fitness use, and that is the Bear Komplex plate carrier. Inside of this one right now I have KD Armor fitness plates, which do retail for $80. The plate carrier itself retails for $120. Comes in 3 different colors. Both have free shipping, which makes the total cost of this carrier $200, which is not much more than the Northgym Fitness one for $190. What makes the Bear Komplex plate carrier so good is that it was designed around fitness, so there's no wasted space with this plate carrier. It's very compact, form-fitting. Doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, this is going to fit you very, very well. The shoulder straps are comfortable, they're wide, but they're not too wide. The opening is big enough. It's contoured in a way that it just fits over your traps very well. It doesn't dig into your sides. The shoulder straps are also padded and ventilated. The inside of this plate carrier is padded and ventilated as well. It's got a giant Velcro hook and loop strap on the bottom of it so that you can load in the plate from the bottom. And then, like I said, since it was designed for fitness, there's no wasted space. The plate stays very secure inside of this vest. The side straps are also elastic, and they go into a metal clasp that initially I was worried about. Like, I thought it was going to dig into my sides, but it is very comfortable. I've never run into any issues with this digging. I do wish that there was a little bit more Velcro hook and loop on this model, at least where the Bear Komplex logo is, or if there was like a name tag Velcro hook and loop. But you do get a patch right here. You get some molly webbing on the bottom here. And then around the back, you have some more Velcro hook and loop, and then some more molly webbing. You can adjust the straps from the back as well if you wanted them to be a little bit wider, but there is elasticity to them, so I never really had any issues with that. This is my choice plate carrier. It looks awesome. It fits really, really well. Right now, I have KD Armor plates in it, which are probably the best that I have found for plate carriers. They're contoured, they fit your body really well, but I find that this carrier works really well with the Rogue cast iron plates. It works well with the Rogue flat plates. Pretty much just the best fitting plate carrier, and that's what makes it so good for fitness use. Plus, it's not that much more expensive than the other ones. Or you can just get cheaper plates if you wanted to, and that'll even out the cost with the Bear Komplex one versus like the Northgym Fitness one. So the last thing that I have to talk about is just the plates that go inside of these plate carriers. This is the KD Armor fitness plates. These retail for $80 for the pair. Unfortunately, they don't make women's sizes for these ones, so that kind of sucks. But these are my favorite plate carrier plates. They are contoured excellently. They fit your chest very well. As you can see, there's no like restrictions on range of movement or motion. And you can use these for other things, like you can use these as like accessory things. They're just the best designed plates that I have found. The Northgym Fitness plates are also very nice, but they do come with your carrier, so you don't have to worry about buying separate ones. The Rogue cast iron plates are another very good option, and that's what I was using inside of my Bear Komplex plate carrier until I got the KD Armor plates. I thought they were great, though they are a little bit on the thick side. They do retail for a pretty good amount more than the standard flat plates from Rogue, which are fine. They do the job. I think those are okay. Like, if you don't plan on using your plate carrier for that many workouts, I think they'll do just fine. If you're like looking for something to do Murph in one time a year, it should be fine. But at the moment, I think they're all sold out anyway, so you're really only limited to the Echo plates and the cast iron plates. And the Echo plates come in weird sizes. I don't understand why they come in like only a 5-pound, a 10-pound, or 20-pound option. So you're going to end up with less weight for if you're a female, you're going to be under RX, or you're going to be over RX if you're a male, which is kind of weird. And those you will have to factor in shipping. So to California, it's going to be $25 on top of what they already charge to get it here. And that's not including tax as well. So that's why I think getting the KD Armor plates is for sure the best option if you're looking for plates for a guy. Now, if you're a female, that's a little bit different. You might have to go with the Rogues. You might want to check out Morph Athletic. I think they do still have some of their plates in stock. They're $40 for a pair of lady sizes, but that does not include shipping in as well. Though I do think that no matter what, it'll still be cheaper than buying the Rogue cast iron plates. So all in all, I do recommend that you go out, you get yourself a nice plate carrier. Don't cheap out on it. There are some better value ones like the Northgym Fitness equipment one. But like I said, I do recommend getting the Bear Komplex plate carrier. I just think that this is for sure the best one. If you wanted the name and you wanted to look like a CrossFit Games athlete, then the 511 is another very good option. It is a little bit on the pricey side. If you wanted something that looked like the 511, though you didn't want to put out that 511 price, you can get the Morph Athletic vest. And I would stay away from the Condor because I think it's crappy. And then if you wanted just a really good weight vest, get the Hyperwear. This is the best weight vest for sure. If I was going for PRs, it'd be in the Hyperwear. And that's all. If you guys have any questions about any of these weight vests, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as always, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.